Good day, everyone. Have you ever taken a tutorial? Have you tried taking a tutorial on WhatsApp and felt like, oh, ah, this thing will not be, maybe you tried, you just see that you still don't remember well and learn again. Probably you started with a lot of students and later on just focus. All of them just let you know and say, oh, let's be taking it. Possibly, I believe maybe um, you've experienced this before. So basically, what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to be putting you through how you can navigate it perfectly fine. Like is carry most all of your students along. Let me say all of your students along. Alright, so this is how it is being done. Firstly, what I will say is you need to know the context of what you need to teach. For instance, now if you are taking chemistry, how you take chemistry is different from how you take mathematics. No student, if you are taking chemistry the way you take mathematics, people will not follow you up. And if you are taking mathematics the way you take chemistry, no student will follow you up. So each subject has its own um, let me say has its own how it is being taken. Let me say that. Alright, so let me just start with the chemistry part. I believe chemistry, most things are let's just say theoretical part and the mathematical part. So basically these are just the two aspects that we have. So now and that the chemistry is basically the theoretical part. So how do you take the theoretical part? What you simply do is the first thing you do is you go down to what you actually want to teach them. Now, what you do is you must make sure you understand it perfectly fine. What I do often do is I'll make sure I create a word like this. There's a word document. So having it with me, I will simply pair it up with the new note I want to create. With the note I want to create. So I just say, oh, number one, right? Okay, number one introduction to this. So what I will do basically do is okay, let's take for instance I'm going to read through introduction down to this where I start question. What will I do? I'll just come here. Oh, organic chemistry. What's the topic? Historical survey of organic chemistry. Now I come here, I just simply paste. Now what I do often do is now in the aspect of tutoring, we are going to be tutoring online because you must make sure that you also um, use images. Most students, if you are using images, they will, oh, okay. Now, for instance, now I just come over here. What a historical survey of this, I'll just go online. Majorly, I do use Pinterest. My Pinterest is not open yet. So, nevertheless, let's just go straight. What I'll just do is search online, and if it's Pinterest, I'll just paste it there. I'll just say images, put the images there. So I'll include images so that as the teaching is moving on, you are seeing images. Oh, okay. So if I'm unable to see images here, you see, you cannot just put something like this, something like this. Okay, organic history, you can see something like this now. Since if you look at it, there is an image. What do I do? I'll just simply copy the image. After copying the image, I go to the words, I paste it there. So I try and paste. So okay, let's see. Okay, this is right. So what did I do? I try and adjust it to be very smaller. So the basic idea is you also create notes for what you are teaching on. Okay, after this, I create it. So if I want to teach them now, I'll just say, okay, anyway, we'll move down to the teaching aspect. After I'm done with it, so organic chemistry is a study of carbon. I will try and copy everything. Mm, I'll just copy everything again. Still the same notes but just copy everything. Then I read through it, study of carbon and its compound. Then the question I need to ask myself is, can I add images? What can I add? Images that I can add that can make it more interesting. Oh, you often look at dyes, medicine, okay, and that one like this, everybody do already know that. So then let's now move down to the next one. So we can just say, oh, the vital force theory. So in this aspect now, since it's a subtopic, what do you do? You just look for force, something like force. You know, you should be just say force, vital force. You can just look for vital force images. Just look. If you not see vital force images, you look for force images. So something that is just very tight and you visualize and say, oh, okay, this thing that I want to say something is tight, very tight to each other. So you have to look for good images. Now that is based on now depends on the person that is teaching. you must make sure you understand what you're teaching also. Like for this writer post now, I already know that I just want to explain that this thing uh, all living things cannot be made in the laboratory. So it's just something just vital and is having force that is very vital in the sense it cannot be easily made anywhere else. That's why it's very vital and it's having a high bond. So in that category I use, I'll just make sure I look for images. Looking through now, if I look at it, I'm still not seeing images that show something that is very vital. So what did I do? I just look for false images. So let's look at the one that something like bond. Or if you want to even make it more fun, I even say bond images since it's vital for us. So bond images, and I believe from there. Okay, let's see anyone else. Something coming together and then very tight. So if I'm not seeing images, yeah, that's why I love Pinterest. So you can just search on Pinterest, you add the image, and then what do you do next? That was sharing. So you now come here in 1815, you copy everything again. The thing start is make sure you understand what you are teaching them also. Read through it line by line. Come to copy. I already know John Jacob Brazil. Now what do? I go online, I search for the image of that man. So one of the images. So okay, oh, I'll just take any of the image. If it's Pinterest, or if you want to screenshot, if it's Pinterest now, if you more, if I still prefer Pinterest than Google. Yes, to make it, you will see more images that you can easily copy. Just once to make your work copy. You see now that this one is no one working here. So what did I do? I just what I just try and screenshot again. Screenshot it. After screenshotting it, I have it here. So then I come down and I just put 200 Brazilians. I already know that is the man here. Vitalism. The organic chemistry made okay that could not be made in the laboratory. It clearly state that all organic okay from here this is where I said I was stuck. So basically this is for chemistry. Now how do you teach it? So this basically the basic method you follow. You just try and look for those points. That is for questions that need points. Look at oh this one does it need images? Which image can I add? Now as I'm moving on, students will get it oh so okay. And what you can even do more is this particular point that you stop now, you can just come here and say, oh, you can now say maybe possibly you can call it uh, question season and just make it question season. So as you're teaching it, you are also following up with question and answer. So you can just make it in reaction form so that to avoid too much noise on the group. So what do? You come here, you contribute it, okay. So you come here and say, oh, you now come here and just copy it from what you have written here. Just copy, copy go to ChatGPT and said, let me set out all possible questions from here. So from here now, you can just simply paste. After pasting it, now don't forget you tell him make it what objective format. Okay, we have made the objective format. So let's just make it objective format. Let's just create a sample for it. So here is it. Okay, these are the correct answer. Mhm. So if it's about 10 questions, you can just decide to choose 5 and just look at this one that look very conk somehow like that. So paste it here. So what you do, you try and format it yourself with your own hand and format it. Do this to control. Answer is C. Just leave it this way. You can delete some. I don't know use deletion time by the what this one. The man is actually asking exam. Uh, this is organic chemistry. You look at the question, so you know history that you're asking. So move on. So okay, let us assume we are done with the formatting here. So you now go on WhatsApp. The first thing you do is you introduce yourself. You say today I will be talking about organic chemistry, and then the next thing you will do is you just try and tell them, oh, you now go to ChatGPT again before you even start your full lecture now. Just try go to your word now, go to your PDF, just copy everything, control all and copy. Then go back to ChatGPT and said, oh, hello, today I will be taking chemistry. So what you do for me is to provide a very catching questions that I can ask even before I begin begin the class. Make it in objective format, objective form for me. Okay, so so if you look at it, what he's basically doing is he's going to delete. No, it's not what he wants. What? Okay, so we tell him that what I actually want is for you to create out of the unit something that needs them to. Oh, really? Is this what I want to learn today? You see now, it's still the same aspect. But then, since I understand the topic myself, so what I will do is I already know the topic itself. So what I will do is I just say, what if I tell you I can make the urine in the laboratory? Make it more fun. Mm, We made in the no. You cannot put can we already get the answer. So we'll try and use ChatGPT. I wonder if I can make in the lab. So just say something is it possible? What's your view? To make that your early morning, okay, early morning rain in the lab. So from here now, yes or no. So what you can do is if you don't want to open the group so that to avoid too much mess, just say put them as a reaction. So yes, you now tell them to react with it. So we try to look for a good reaction there. But then you'll have to prepare everything down. So I'm like, okay, for instance, now if you're done with the real note, yeah, just make the note. So, so how possible. So from here now, after sending it to them, you can even make some of the parts bold, copy. But you tell them one of the instructions is to ensure that it is okay to ensure that they react to it. So from here, from here, yes, no. So what you basically tell them after the class is you now tell them, oh, so okay, let's go through what we have today, what we have today. And I believe on the end of this class, you'll be able to know, yes, not tell them that you'll be able to know if I can actually make your urine in the lab or if I will not be able to make it. Something like that. And I say, okay, really? So from there like this, you might feel like okay. So from here now we can now start from the beginning. You can go back to your real notes. Start with the first one. Just copy, paste it on here. Come down here. But everything has to do with much preparation. What do you do? If possible, you can even affect everything out. So you can just be sending it, forwarding it to the group. You might not necessarily know since it is your new message, you might not know. So from here, okay, and then send them it to them. From after sending this, you now explain with mouth. Say, oh, this, thing, this. These are just the historical, they just believe of it from there. You don't need to explain much. When you see that you are putting much of it down, some of it down, don't explain too much on it. Just go straight to the not necessarily that you read through the note. If you read through the note, you will only be following what you are reading through. What you do is you make sure they follow up. And what how do they follow up? Just look at the main points on the note. As you are copying the note and sending to them, look at the main points. You read through yourself. Okay, how can I explain this? Without even necessarily looking at the real note. Okay, even if you are reading from the real note, just make it that such a way that you will not be looking at say, oh, this man is reading from the note. But then if you are explaining and telling them, oh, this is what actually happened in the very beginning. People believe that oh, anything human beings will not be made in the mind. Or do you expect me to make a very good example is this? Just something practical that they will visualize and say, oh. So you now even tell them the importance of studying organic chemistry. But now it depends, it depends on the person that is speaking. You must make sure you also prepare yourself very well for it so that you can explain it if possible even in layman term. And they will say, oh, I know this thing is interesting. I love this. Oh, this is what I'm actually even studying this semester. From there, it's basically for chemistry. Now for mathematics, the key difference is just okay. By the way, I've just set out the question, so let me just send out the question now. So what do? You just try and bring out. You can even make it if you want don't want if you want to send it in batches, you can be sending them one after the other and just put number beside it. That's if you want to send it one like this. So what you do, you put a reaction beside each of them. Yeah. Oh, okay. You put reaction beside each of them. So you after them the rule is for them to react to it. So each of them has a reaction and then you send number one. So if you want to make it, the reason why you cannot send everything once, since it's a reaction base, you lock the group and then you don't want everybody to be making loss. So you just make that they react. You move down to the next one again. If you want to make it possible 5 questions at once, that's you have to send it in one batches. Okay, this also copy this, then you put the sign with it. So you want to complete your answer, you want to necessarily combine everything together. You can now number them. Since I've numbered it 1, 2, 3, 1, the answer is what? Carbon. Then you put the emoji there, you just laugh there. Okay. Or if I will make it more fun, sometimes you just say, hey, somebody choose this option. Really? How come? So from there, and then I just laugh loud and say, okay. So let's just basic aspect about chemistry. Now for mathematics. Um the key difference is just this. Mathematics, you don't need to rush it. Like what do I mean by rushing it? Like for instance, if you are solving something, solve it step by step for them. You're going to be writing with notes. My note is currently not here, but you're going to be writing with notes. What do? You make sure that as you're moving step by step, you are snapping it for them. Like for instance now, okay, let's say you want to differentiate. Let me just take a question. Chain rule for instance now. If I want for chain rule, if you're starting with the chain rule aspect, all you can tell them is, do you know there's no shortcut for all this? Something like that. I believe that one should be more easier as they are following you up. But the key part is as you begin the class, you must make sure that they follow up. And how did they follow up? As you're solving one question or even two questions, as you're solving it, make sure you're sending work to them also. And if you are going to be providing your solution, don't just snap a full note once. If it's not a full note once, they will not be able to follow up. What you do is just take it step by step. You not say, oh, I think take note, the key part is not about you covering much. You don't need to cover much. Even if it's one page or two page, or even if it's chain rule alone and general differentiation rule that you're able to cover, these two alone is enough. You don't need to go extra mile because but basically the idea is not you covering it, but the aspect you cover, if they really get it very well, it's not something that they can easily produce by themselves. Just something step by step. Oh, not to the only you won't stop at the particular point and then you see something that oh people are missing it and say oh I'm not understanding something like this or you just even make it small fun and say oh if you don't understand from there anywhere you don't understand just put this emoji you understand put this emoji something like that if you don't understand put this emoji you understand you not necessarily react so that aspect you can use that again but then in the mathematical aspect what do you do as you're writing it out for instance, even though you solve everything once, don't snap everything once today. Just snap it step by step. Oh, now say, okay, let's go through this one after the other. What do you do first? First one, you snap it a little. Maybe you can not snap everything, crop it to smaller size. You go for this first, you go for the next one second, you go for the still the same solution but then you make it very small from there you say oh no this class is worth stay so even if it's that little bit they able to learn alone it's not about copying much like for instance this chemistry for instance now if somebody if me that is going to be taking it to this time and I never even cover I will not even finish that unit one alone though the key part is just not covering much but then that particular one that you covered, you can then solve more questions. So that's what you do look at there. For mathematics, what you do is as I'm moving on, even though you solve one question, give them work. Let them follow you up step by step. If they miss it, say, okay, let me provide my solution. So you say, oh, this one, this two. Maybe when you solve two, you see that people are still complaining that they did not get it. Give them that particular aspect. If you explain to them, as I'm moving it, you explain. But if you think it's something they got, there are some aspect that is mathematics that you just see that, oh, most of them get it. Don't waste your time on it. If you waste your time on it, they will feel it will feel bored for them. But then if you see that it's something that you know that this guy alone, they can never get. Something like that. So you just say, oh, okay. So you know that you can never get it. That's when you now calm down very good. Explain to them. But when you know that it's something they will just get, this one was not like this and that, and you know there's something they will get. But when you start explaining on the very beginning, they don't understand it. Go slowly. But after then you see that you've gotten it very well. Don't waste your time explaining much. If you waste your time explaining more, you'll just say, oh, this guy is wasting his time. But then if you move very fast from that end, they will follow up very quickly. And anyway you see that they will not get it, then you calm down. Go slowly. Give them work as you're even solving that little one that you're solving and then they will follow up.